Okay, let's give it a shot. Huh?
Show me what you got, brother.
Got a bite! All right!
I'll give you a hand.
Ready, and...
Let's do this!
That went well.
Never thought I'd see the day I sailed under Grieger colors. What's that supposed to imply? Don't forget, we're still in enemy territory. Anything can happen, so stay at the ready.
Dear, oh dear. How disheartening it is that you're so on guard, my liege. And to think, your welcome presence has me elated to the point of choking on my tears.
Quit chewing this scenery. If I really am your liege, then answer me this. Where did Other go?
He stayed behind at Grugel Fortress to deal with the Balta Sea Force. No one else has the capacity to keep your father dearest at bay. Even I was given a good thrashing during our altercation earlier.
Grimson. He knew about this Rollo business the whole time, didn't he?
You're asking for my impression? Having reflected on Grimson's actions and the Balta Sea Force's behavior in retrospect, I would even go so far as to say they had deliberately steered you toward awakening as Rollo.
Stow the wild guessin'!
My word. It should go without saying that this is merely conjecture on my part. Save your questions for Lady Leela, perhaps, if you wish to learn more about yourself.
Leela? What's she got to do with me?
I'm afraid my lips are sealed on that matter. Why, you ask? Because it'll be far more entertaining to have you hear the answer from the woman herself.
She's linked to the Grieger somehow. On top of being the one who gave Adel the power of mana, we're way past the point of treating her as just some person. Aye, now that you mention it. Either way, we're stuck dancing to his tune for now. We need to get something out of this. I'll be damned if we come up empty.
A sight for sore eyes. At last, we enter the Marine Triangle.
The White Shade! That time we entered it from the north had us wandering blindly, unable to tell left from right. That giant crystal. Is it the same as the one you gave Gren?
The Sunstone. It is an ancient tool that locates the position of the sun, directing you to your port of call. Once upon a time, the Normans developed a variety of techniques to aid their forays into the great blue unknown. Sunstones, fashioned out of a mineral known as Silverberg, are among their antique creations.
That's so. Hold on a second. If you're the one making the fog, then why even bother with this thing?
From our perspective, humans are helpless, fleeting creatures. I find it oddly endearing how such a species employs their ingenuity toward invention in their struggle to survive. You could consider this my way of paying homage to that.
Can't say I follow.
Aha! In more pertinent news, I do believe our destination is in sight. Over yonder is Serenes Island, where Lady Leela resides.
Yeah. Won't be easy for this ship to make it to shore.
It is as you say. The surrounding reefs prevent the Uvalti from venturing any closer. Apologies, my liege, but you will have to make the rest of the journey by rowboat.
Huh? You aren't coming along?
I shall be following you in short order. In spite of appearances, my duties are many.
Not sure what to think. Not her. Ever since we met, I've wanted to learn more about myself. Something inside me always had a hunch that I wasn't normal. But this is just too much. And Grimson, he never told me a word about it. Is it because he knew this would happen? Or even worse?
You're asking for my impression? Having reflected on Grimson's actions and the Balta Sea Force's behavior in retrospect, I would even go so far as to say they had deliberately steered you toward awakening as Rolo.
You mean Grimson? No more turning a blind eye to things. I hate to drag you into it, Adel, but when I do confront him, will you come with me? Aye. All right. Thanks. I feel better now. We can go ashore on that beach up ahead. Just keep rowing forward. So this is Serenes Island. Feels more like a tower. Not sure where Leela is. But for now, the only way to go is around and up.
Adol? It's me. Leela. Why are you here? Lager did. Please, take caution. Come, quickly.
Cut off again, huh? Think it's safe to say we're in the right place, though.
Let's catch our breath. I bet we can catch something here. Okay, let's give it a shot.
Waiting's the worst part.
Gotta bite! Looking good.
I'll give you a hand. Looking good. Let's do
Ready
this!
and... Yeah, I hooked one. Hut. There! Yeah! Gotcha! There! Something's there. There! Gotcha! Yeah! There! Hut. There! Let's go! Gotcha! You're mine! Run away! Yeah! Hut! 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 You're mine! Blast zone! You're mine! Blast zone! You're mine! Run away! Dead! Run away! How's that?
Switch! Meet your fate! Chill to the bone!
Switch! You're mine! Run away! Dead! Blast zone! Mana! Have you? Found something! Hut! Hut! I'll be right back.
Switch!
Switch! How's that? How's that? There! Blast zone! You're mine! Run away! Mana!
Switch out! Hup! Chill to the bone! Meet your fate! Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Switch! Hut! A rare find! Nice breeze! Mana sense might come in handy here. Didn't expect this here! You're mine! Blast off! You're mine! Run away! How's that?
Switch out! Hup! Okay, let's ride! Ha! Think you can box me in? To the bone! Hands up! Yeah! Hands up! Chill to the bone! Mana! That should just about do it!
Switch! Hut!
that cascade was a breeze. Guess this is what monoride's really capable of.
How's that? Something's there. How's that? Monosense might come in handy here. Found something! Let's make tracks! Burn to cinders! Burn to cinders! Looks valuable. I think there's something around here. Found something! Alley-oop! Burn to cinders! Let's keep it up! Found something! Here goes! How's that? Let's make tracks! So fast! Caught the wind! Monosense might come in handy here. Found something! Let's make tracks! Caught the wind! So fast! What's this? Let's make tracks! Crumble!
Hey! Anyone here? No response, huh? You climbed up pretty high. Gotta be close to the peak by now.
I think there's something around here. Didn't expect this here! Fly ball!
You? We've climbed all this way, but there's still no sign of where Leela is. Wait, over there! Does that entrance go inside the mountain? Maybe it'll lead us to her.
Let's catch our breath. Something's there. Fly ball! Not done yet! Burn to cinder! Let's go! Fly ball! Burn to cinders!
Real spacious in here. I thought this mountain was hollowed out like this. Guess we'll just have to go as far down as we can.
Looks like a sturdy one. Nice breeze! Found something! Fly ball! Fly ball! No chance! Fly ball! How's that? Mana sense might come in handy here. Rage! Mana fire! Found something! How's that? How's that? There's a treasure chest! Looks valuable. Okay, let's go! Let's catch our breath. How's that? Burn to cinders! Burn to cinders! Pulverize! Something's there. How's that? Flame off! Climb off! You burn to ashes! Burn to cinders! Climb off! Burn to cinders! Looks valuable. Let's make tracks. Pulverize! Burn to cinders! You flame off! Pulverize! How's that? Monosynths might come in handy here. Found something! Mana! Monosynths might come in handy here. How's that? Mana! What's this? A treasure chest! A rare find! I think there's something around here. Mana! You? Mana! Found something!
Damn, we're not gonna make it in time.
Mana!
Or maybe with Monosynths, we can.
A rare find! Okay, let's give it a shot. Here goes! Mana! I think there's something around here.
We can move on now. That sure was elaborate.
Mana sense might come in handy here. Slice and dice! Yeah! Let's keep it up! Pulverize! How's that? Here goes! Found something! I think there's something around here. Severing light! Severing light! How's that? I think there's something around here. How's that? Let's make tracks! And raw! Slice and dice! Found something! Looks valuable! How's that?
Switch! Okay, let's ride!
Switch! A rare find! There! All good to go! Mana sense might come in handy here. Found something! Let's catch our breath.
Huh. The air feels different all of a sudden. You don't think... What's this? Almost feels like a prison of water. Adol, up ahead! Hey, brother.
You're...
She looks weak, but not hurt. Let's get her down from... What did I just hit?
A barrier Lady Leela erected when she sealed us three generals away long ago. But alas, The only one it presently confines is Lady Leela herself.
Lager.
Tut tut, Adol. I have no intention of being a hindrance. Quite the opposite, really. I am here for your benefit.
Explain how.
For ages, I have been searching. Undying though I may be, my heart is ever hollow. And so, I seek to fill it. Thus did I grow lovesick over the sagas of man. Thus did I meet you both. The end point of my curiosity's journey is the manner in which I die. How does one who is undying find death? To say nothing of how they best ought to. The one who sealed Lady Leela, my liege, was none other than yours truly. Should you wish to free her, you have no choice but to vanquish me.
Don't tell me. Are you trying to repeat what happened to yours?
Indeed. For that would appear to be the part I play in this tale. Taking in my essence will bring us one step closer to restoring Rollo in all his glory.
He transformed!
Karja, you must not fight him!
Leela, why would you tell me to...
The stage is set for a most sensational performance! In service of this saga's rising action, I shall combat you with everything I can muster! Retaliate in earnest, my liege, lest your lives all be forfeit! Bear witness as the curtain rises on our final chapter. What? Wreak havoc!
Slice and dice, severing light!
Your expressions! They're simply magnificent! I couldn't possibly be more elated! Wreak havoc!
They broke through! To end this! Severing light!
Let the spell reign!
Dead! Dead! No chance! Dead!
Simple!
Severing light! Severing light! What? How's this?
Have no fail!
How's that? Severing light! How's this? To end this! How's that? Severing light! What? To end this!
Magnificent! That's the way!
How's that? Severing light!
Splendid! Simply splendid! A fitting development for the saga's closing chapter!
There's no other way around it!
Severing light! Shield brother! Together!
Sneaky little...
Charger!
Just cool! Force cannon!
How's this?
Rousing success.
Logger. Of all the dirty tricks, you left us no choice but to defeat you.
I can only hope this was enough to pen my way into a page of your saga. Shame though it is that I cannot witness its continuation. To share in your footsteps, my liege, is just as well.
Damn it! Shield brother. Thanks. That was a close one. Leela! Wait. This girl...
Adol. Karja. Outside. Huh? It has been ages since my last breath of fresh air. May I ask you to bring me outside?
Oh, sure. The white shade. It's gone. Yeah. Logger's influence hasn't faded just yet.
Yes, as shameful as that may be. Adol, Karja, allow me to thank you for coming to my rescue. I especially appreciate your traveling all this way, Adol. You were? And after all the hardship I've put you through. Karja, how are you faring? It would seem your and Adol's combined powers have been able to keep your condition under control.
Yeah, somehow. But more importantly, we've got a mountain of questions to ask you.
I can only imagine. Where to even begin?
First off, are you a human or what? And how do you know so much about me?
I am a spirit who has inhabited Obelia Gulf since time immemorial.
A spirit?
I am also Rollo's wife, as well as your forebear.
What?
Yes, The trident referred to me as such long ago.
Let me get this straight. I'm descended from Rollo and you. A spirit?
Correct. I expect this revelation comes as a shock.
Then, what was Rollo's connection to the three generals?
I will explain everything from start to finish. Adol, I ask that you listen close as well. Our story begins roughly 140 years ago. In a Norman settlement, Rollo was born as the son of the Jarl. He was an irascible babe, even biting off the ear of the wet nurse who delivered him. As a young boy, his deeds and demeanor were marked with a brutality not even the Normans could bear. His elders, their tolerance exhausted, brought him on a plundering expedition before he came of age. Rollo performed many a great feat upon the fields of battle, but he fought with such ruthless savagery that even his allies feared and abhorred him.
Right. Parts of this were recorded on the runestones we've seen.
Yes, but the most significant is yet to follow. Eventually, Rollo slew his father, the Jarl, and visited tyranny upon every corner of the North Sea. It was then that he heard the rumors of a hidden treasure, known as the Sea King's Throne. In time, he appeared unto me, the throne's keeper.
The Sea King's throne. The one that can grant people's wishes?
No, the throne is located elsewhere. As I was saying, there he was. Rollo had managed to reach the temple that housed the throne, all by his lonesome. Son of man, what is it you seek?
Everything!
And what does that entail?
What else? Riches, women, and land.
Those desires are not your own. They are those of the ones who led you here.
Huh?
Gaze into the water's reflection.
What in blazes?
Someone saw fit to lade an empty vessel with pure malice. You are that vessel. Who, then, does that make you? From the instant we met, I could tell there was something irregular about him. Standing before my eyes, it was as though he were the very embodiment of malice. Far more than a single human being could possibly harbor.
Malice?
Yes. At the same time, his very existence evoked a feeling of dissonance. The malice was unadulterated, to the point where there was no sense of personhood to be found. But then...
Who am I?
You... Could it be? That exchange led me to a realization. It wasn't that Rollo lacked an individual self. Rather, it was such a diminutive size that the malice pushed it to the depths of his heart. What's more, the seed of said malice was planted by an external force.
Huh? But who? And why?
That I do not know. From there, subsequent events caused Rollo to become aware of his own abnormalities. He then returned from a lengthy voyage. after which I seated him upon the Sea King's throne. His sole wish? To live as a normal human being. The throne granted his plea, and thus did he regain his identity. However, at that moment, the malice embedded in him was set free. Hubris, Nile, and lust. Such are the true forms of Other, Lager, and Yurth, respectively. Immediately following their release, nothing of note. Rollo repented for his past actions and became the ruler of this land, ushering it into prosperity.
As the Duchy of Norgard, right?
Yes. The nation flourished and peaceful days prevailed for some time. Rollo and I were wed, and together we had a child. Then, one fateful day, those aspects of malice that were thought to have dissipated re-emerged with Grieger in tow, and by their hands, the entirety of the realm was stricken by the great calamity. Rollo prepared several arcs in which he sent his subjects to safety, but immediately after that, he disappeared from Obelia Gulf entirely.
That was written on the runestone in the Flumen Strait.
In order to protect this land he so loved, I kept the malice sealed away here. Until a few short months ago, that is. The generals, having regained their power, turned the tables and sealed me away in their place. I used the last of my remaining strength to imbue a seashell with mana and send it out into the sea.
And Adol wound up finding that same shell in Karnak.
Karja, even while maintaining the seal, I had been able to sense your presence. But just what are these shackles that bind you? They seem to be a product of mana.
Oh, right! That's one of the things I wanted to ask about. But going by what you just said, I'm guessing it doesn't ring a bell.
Unfortunately not. And although I'm sure you've already grasped this, the Trident's aim is to root themselves into your heart and give rise to Rollo anew. That is what must be addressed first and foremost. Well, before anything else, you must avoid battling the last of the three generals. If Karja takes Other's essence into herself, Rollo will surely be revived.
Nothing doing. We're taking him down, and that's that.
But why?
You haven't forgotten, right, Shield Brother? Unless we defeat Other, you'll die.
What do you mean by that? I see. This curse is potent indeed. Forgive me, but I can offer no aid here. We must, else one of you will be doomed no matter what we do. Adol, Karja, would you accompany me to the Seabed Temple of Ire?
Seabed Temple?
Yes. It is where I once lived, as well as the location of the Sea King's throne. Provided its power is still usable, there may yet be hope. Potentially, yes, should we manage to seal the Trident away once more. The Seabed Temple is further west from the Marine Triangle, specifically in what are known as the Waters of Creation. The Raoul Darksea.
Wait a minute! The Raoul Darksea is home to the most treacherous waves in all of Obelia Gulf. We don't even have a ship now that Lager's out of the picture.
Oh, I doubt that will be a concern. Just look at the horizon behind you.
That's Sandra's! But why? why? The Balta Force could have caught wind of them. Why would they take that risk?
The two of you have surmounted a great many tribulations up to this point. I imagine the experience has left you with grievous wounds, Karja. In mind and body both. But while there are undoubtedly more trials yet to come, you must hold your head high, Karja Balta, for there is also much you have gained in the course of this journey.